Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another meal prep video. So this meal prep is a little bit smaller than my usual meal preps, but the recipes are still delicious and quick and easy, which is what I like. And from what I'm finding out, it's what a lot of you guys like as well. Either way, whether it's small or large, I still hope you guys find inspiration from these meal preps. Next week, I did want to let you guys know that I will not be doing a meal prep next week because next week is Christmas. I am going to be on vacation, so I'm going to be home and I won't need to meal prep. I can just cook while I'm at home. But either way, let's get into this meal prep right here. All right, shocker, shocker. We're going to start with bacon. I just pick up this Kirkland's bacon. It's a really decent price at Costco. It has no sugar. I like to just throw mine on a cookie sheet that I line with aluminum foil. I fold them in half so that way they all fit on there. And then I just bake mine in the oven because I feel like that is the easiest and cleanest way to make bacon. I bake mine at 400 degrees and I usually just watch it. It usually takes around 20 minutes. That is about the crispiness that myself and my family enjoy. I know everybody's different as to how they like their bacon cooked, so my recommendation is just keep an eye on it. Next up, I'm just going to be making some eggs and sausage, just scrambled eggs with some sausage. So I threw 8 eggs in that bowl. Of course, we got to season that up with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I am going to throw a little bit of heavy whipping cream so that way it makes them nice and fluffy. Give them a nice stir. And then I'm using some of the bacon grease in my pan there that I'm going to cook my eggs in, even though I did put a little bit too much in. So I did take that pan and I poured a little bit of that out because I was like, oh, that is a lot. Then I just went ahead and poured my egg mixture right there in that pan and I let that cook up real nicely. I just scrambled them. To me, I think that is the easiest way to go, and they reheat nicely. Then I'm just going to take some of these sausages that are fully cooked and we just have to throw them in the microwave. And I did less than 1 minute per sausage, and then that is what they look like. These are nice to make breakfast sandwiches or to do something like what I'm doing, throw them in scrambled eggs. I literally just used my fingers and broke them up and threw them in the eggs. And then I just threw in a handful of cheese. I scrambled that bad boy up, and that makes for a perfect protein-packed meal breakfast in the mornings. Grab and go for work or for school or whatever, but either way, it's delicious yet healthy. Next up, I'm going to be making keto ranch dressing. This is so good. So it takes almond milk, sour cream, mayonnaise, lemon juice, and then salt, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, chives, parsley, and dill. So I am just throwing in there 1 cup of mayonnaise, a half a cup of sour cream. Then I'm going to throw in there 2 teaspoons of dried parsley, 1 teaspoon of dried dill, 1 teaspoon of dried chives, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of onion powder. Then I'm throwing in a half a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And then I also threw in there 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. And then last but not least, I added a 1/4 cup of almond milk, but I did go in there later and add just a little bit more because I like my ranch dressing a little bit thinner than that. So then I just gave that a good whisk, and then once it was all done, that's what it looked like, and it smelt so good. Then I just poured it in that container, and that will store in the fridge for up to a week. And that is so delicious, and it's so much healthier than those bottled ranches. Put the lid on there, sealed it tight, and talk about gorgeous. I am a ranch freak. Then I just had a couple of peppers in my fridge from when I made the unstuffed peppers during the week. And I had a couple of leftover peppers, so I just cut them up and then I threw them in a freezer bag, and I'm going to throw those in the freezer so that way when I need green peppers, I already have some cut up and ready to go. Next up, I'm just making it super easy and simple, and I'm just gonna grill some of that sausage. I got that sausage at Costco. That sausage is delicious, by the way. Then I will also be grilling up all this steak. So I don't remember the names of each one of these steaks because they're all a little bit different, but either way, I am going to be cooking all of these up, and the two that I'm going to grab right there, those are more like hamburgers rather than steaks. But my family loves meal preps like this, where I just cook a whole bunch of stuff on the grill, and they can pick and choose what they want as far as their protein. I personally love it as well. But I just threw it all on the grill, and the only thing I'm really going to season the meats with are basically salt and pepper, and that's it. I'm just going to keep it super simple. And then there is the finished product. Anything grilled is gorgeous. I absolutely love grilled meats, sausages, even chicken. Anything grilled is delicious. All right, next up, I'm going to be making kind of like a loaded cauliflower again, like I did last week, but I want to show you guys how you can make it versatile and make it kind of like a loaded cauliflower, but change the flavors. We are going to do this by adding different seasonings. So the first thing I'm going to add is cream cheese. So that is 2 ounces of cream cheese that I just threw into that bowl, and it's also 1 cup of heavy cream. I am going to microwave that just until they're kind of melted together. And then in that 8x8 baking dish, I am just adding 2 packages of cauliflower rice that I get at Costco. Then I'm going to add that cheese right there, and I'm going to add the entire package to the cream cheese and heavy whipping cream mixture. And then I'm also going to add a couple teaspoons of Dijon mustard, as well as some garlic powder, some salt, some pepper. We are going to add around a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And then I'm just going to give that a good stir. Then I'm going to pour our mixture over the cauliflower rice. And I'm just going to stir it into the cauliflower rice and make sure it's all incorporated. And then I decided that there wasn't enough cheese in there, so I went ahead and added the rest of what was left of that second package. It was probably maybe a little over 1/4 of a package. And then I baked it at 375 degrees. I did add a little bit of cheese to the top. And I baked it for probably like around 20 minutes. But just, whenever it's bubbly and hot and golden, then it is done. And this was delicious. Let me tell you, that nutmeg really made it. Last but not least, I'm going to be making taco soup. I've made this before on my channel, but this is so good. I'm going to make quite a bit so that way it lasts. But this is 3 pounds of beef that I'm using. I obviously just cooked that until it was done, and then I drained off the grease. But I'm going to be throwing in around 5 cups of beef bone broth, 2 packages of cream cheese, and 2 cans of Rotel. Then the seasonings I'm going to be using is about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of cayenne, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of oregano, and 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Whew, that was a mouthful. Again, there's the 5 cups of beef bone broth, and then I'm just throwing in the cream cheese. This is so ridiculously easy to make. You could make this in minutes and have a delicious meal in minutes. So I'm just throwing all those ingredients in there, all the seasonings in there, and then I'm gonna let that really cook down really well, because it does take a little bit of time to get that cream cheese to really cook into the soup. I make this a lot in my crock pot, but I needed something quick and easy that we could eat soon, so that's why I didn't do it in my crock pot. But you could literally just throw all those ingredients in your crock pot and let it set on low for 6 hours. But that is the finished product. Let me tell you, this will not let you nor your family down. It is delicious. All right, so that concludes this week's meal prep. I hope you guys found some inspiration and motivation in this meal prep. Like I always say, to meal prep for yourself and your family. Again, if you make anything, or if you follow any of my meal preps, or even if you are just doing your own meal prep, tag me on Instagram. I love to see what you guys are prepping, what you guys are making. I will leave my Instagram down below in the description box if you guys want to go follow me there. But if you guys enjoyed this video, if you could do me a favor and give me a huge thumbs up, that really helps my videos out. And also, if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and smash that button as well. And if you subscribe, don't forget to tap that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Bless you all. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. And don't forget to go out there and make today even better than yesterday. And I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.
On my own, but I don't know why you hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when